Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you being here today as we enter into season number one, two, three, four, five. I haven't got enough fingers on one hand anymore. Season number 8 of my Journeyman save. So far, we've been to Laos in Southeast Asia, where we managed two different teams, SEC United and Luang Prabang was the other team that we managed. Then we moved to Mongolia after 3 years in Laos, and we had another 3 years, but this time at one club, BCH Lions. They were in the top division of their league, and we managed to secure survival the first season and then win the league the next 2 seasons quite comfortably both times with a team that are we're expected to get relegated every single season. So we did really well over there. We finally managed to land a professional role with AL-ARABI in Jordan, and first season we've been promoted. If you saw anything of my last stream, that was us celebrating promotion, and now we've got the challenge of creating a team that's capable of doing something at this level. So as you can see, I'm currently just in the process of looking at a specific player who's just been released from his team. So I'm going to offer him a trial, but I'll come back to the page where we want it to be because the transfer window has just opened. We've got 48 days, as it says over here, for the registration to find any players that we want to add to our squad. These are the 4 signings that I have already made, and they are Ahmed Mansour, who is a right back who was here last season on loan, but we've actually signed him permanently now. So he's our player. He's okay, but he is only going to be a backup. That is something that I would have to make perfectly clear with him. Then we've got a goalkeeper in Hussein Khaled, who is intended to be our reserve goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper we currently have is kicking off big time, so we may have to get rid of him, and Hussein Khaled will then be, by default, the number 1 keeper. Although, hopefully, if that is the case, hopefully we can find a better one. Then we've got another right back. This guy is possibly our starting right back. Again, not totally decided on who's going to be the starting right back. He's got 10 crossing, 13 pace, some good mentals for this level, and so he is potentially going to be one of the ones that we bring through this season. I say bring through, he's an old boy, 28 years. But then we've also got this guy who plays left back, 32 years old. We've lost Al Baitan, which was a bit of a bad loss for us, really. But this guy's got plenty of experience, well-rounded attributes, and I think can be quite a consistent performer for us. If not, we'll have to find somebody else to replace Al Baitan. I really wanted to keep Al Baitan, but he just wouldn't consider it. So yeah, if we look at our squad and sort of where we're up to with it, we we have a reasonable squad. Don't get me wrong, I'm fairly happy with it, but there could be opportunities for us to get other players in as well. I am going to be working on the free transfers as much as anything. Thank you, Michael, for the offer. I appreciate you coming on. Drop me a follow, and maybe at some point we could consider it. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so if I drop down to contracts, that's not what I wanted, was it? It was reports I wanted. So if we look at the reports and the actual squad that we have, if I were to clear selection, because selection is a bit misleading there, pick, quick pick, but that's what we want. Clear clear squad. So if you look at where we've got 5-star player in on the right in Al-Absi. He was superb for us last season. Sokon is a second best player alongside Benny Yassim. Now Benny Yassim is not happy because he wants to leave. He doesn't think we're good enough. But we're going to keep him as long as we can because he's our wonder kid. I mean, he is a superb player, and if we can sort of convince him that we are good enough, I'm hoping that he'll sign a new contract at some point. Then we've got Al Khatib, who is probably our sort of key linchpin of the side. He normally plays as deep line playmaker, but with one of the young lads we brought from Mongolia coming along, he may not play deep line playmaker all the time. So then we've got a new attacking midfielder who's only 18 years old, who could be quite good. The reason we've got him in is because we've got this guy here says he's going to leave on a free transfer, no flow. He was brilliant for us last season, and unfortunately, we're going to have to get rid of him because he's insisting he's going to leave on a free. So he's been transfer listed, and Aquaman can also play in both of those positions, so he's quite a useful guy. He is first and foremost a striker, but we don't tend to play with a striker, so that is why he ends up on either the right or the left. But he's perfectly good at playing them. He's 6'1". He's got good heading, so he's quite useful. Another new player who we've got is Abu Jabla. First touch of 12, crossing 9 and 7. They're not bad stats for a left back. 32 years old. Obviously, this is a guy we looked at on the thing. So, yeah, so there's not a mass of mega starred players there. The important players are these ones at the bottom here. So, Gambat is a 3-star silver, but he's going to play quite an important role, mainly because I like him. The ratings don't tend to like him, but I like him. And so that's why he's going to be a part of my team. And where's the other guy? The 1-star guy who was our second top scorer last season. Badman Yambugin Perev. He is a legend of the save, and that is why he's in the team. And he is irreplaceable. He's a superb player, but obviously, if things start going seriously wrong, we will have to find a replacement for him or change our tactics so that we aren't playing. So, right. Okay, so let's start moving forward. We've got to find a few players. I checked the odds on the pre-season, and we are 1,000 to 1 to win the league. So get your money on now. Last season we beat the best team in the league in the cup, so get your money on now, and hopefully we can put on a good show this season. But the actual suggestion is that we are guaranteed to go down. I think you can view it from, is it here? Season preview, that's it, yeah. So actually we've increased now, and Matt have dropped down to 1,000 to 1. So they've obviously been impressed with the signings that we've made. So that's something. Right. So let's look at the recruitment. Who've we got on our player recommendations? Let's go to the list. Put the recommendation to A plus. So we've got an A plus goalkeeper. Wow, 20 eccentricity and 17 rushing out. He looks like a liability, but the rest of his stats are quite good. Let's see what he would require as a wage? Wow, actually, he doesn't require that much in terms of a wage. Sell on percentage can go. I mean, I would happy to pay him that as a wage. Do we go 4 years? See if he'll go for that. He does. £150 per week. What a bargain. So, and if he comes in for that, we'll get rid of the other guy. Hello, YouTube. How are you? Good to see my chat on YouTube is working. So we've got another fullback which we could potentially bring in. And again, I don't think he's necessarily a first choice. I think he's one just for cover. We've got three. I think we've got three decent ones now. It also says he's a centre back, but I don't think realistically, he could make a centre back. Heading's 2, and he's 5'11", so I don't think he'll be playing centre back anytime soon. But let's bring him in. I forgot we were going through the player recommendations, weren't we? See if we could get any of these boys who are not at a club. So this guy could come in, but my trouble with this guy is that it would mean that Purev would have to not play. And I don't think I'm willing to go there yet. We'll see how he does this first half of the season, and then we'll see what we do with Purev. So we can't really see enough of the attributes on that guy to make an informed decision. And we've already got one keeper potentially on the way in. And I think that is that with regards to the recommendation guys that we want to consider. Another goalkeeper. I think we're okay for goalkeepers, aren't we? Mehanad Hamad. Again, an attacking midfielder, but not really, again, the position that I'm looking at the moment to improve. So we've signed that younger left back. He's potentially one for the future. And yeah, I think we're actually, beginning to look like we've got a decent squad now. We'll get that goalkeeper in, and Sokon can be moved on if he's so unhappy. I mean, he looks a bit of a liability, this goalkeeper. Al Shawatney is obviously another uh, deal I've put on the table. He's not one for now. That is a very definite. But he's 19 years old and he's got incredible bravery and determination. And so I just thought I'd give him a go, see how he develops over a few years. He won't be playing, but we'll definitely have him in and play him in the under 21s. He's down as a regular starter, but he won't be. He's just a bit more coverage in the midfield. That was all I was thinking with him, if I remember correctly. So we're a long way from the actual season starting, but the friendlies are about to start rolling in. We're not going to play the friendlies. We'll speed through them with instant result. But I want to start as much as possible with the team that got us promoted. It's not going to be always guaranteed. So we've had an offer come in for no flow. I think I just saw them. What have they offered for him, and what is he worth? Let's have a look at his bio. So he's worth 20k, and they're offering 10. So we're going to reject that offer straight off because it's not even close. But what we'll do is we'll put out a offer via transfer for 20k. So offer player. Another midfielder that we're looking to bring in. He is an attacking midfielder. Oh, actually, he's the one that we were looking at before. So I have decided to bring him in. I didn't realise that. But he'll probably want star player, but he won't be playing that because Purev's going to get his fair share of games. So what's Alcawalda moaning about now? I must have had an agreement with him. Uh, so we've managed to upset the former vice captain, but never mind, eh? Better to upset him than the guy who we've promised to be vice captain. That I seem to remember that was a promise that I forgot to hit off it. Oh, now we've got some good news, and we're going to try and discuss a contract with him immediately. But Bani Yassin is happy to stay. What a man! He's our wonder kid. You could have a massive contract now. So straight to the contracts. Where are you? Discuss a new contract with the agent. We're very keen on re-signing. Thanks for indicating he's willing to consider terms. Good. Thanks for his demands. That's great news. Actions. Contract. Enter contract negotiations. No promises, but I'm willing to say to you, actually, you'll be on our team all of the time. So negotiate contracts. So 79k somebody's going to have to offer if they want you. And what we'll do is we'll make it even more appealing if we get relegated. 4 years and 450. We'll leave the appearance fee as it is. Suggest. The deal works for us, so we offered him a good deal there. And the idea, I meant to put another year or so on it as well. But if somebody wants him, they're going to have to pay us 79,000, which would be quite useful. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have been able to get rid of the clause. I suppose we could have put an expiry date on it, but I won't be here long enough to worry about that. And to be honest, if I move, I've got the option there to buy him for 79k. So that's something that I would always want to have the ability to be able to do. But if we lose him, we lose him. We've got a good team together. He's key to it. I want to come back because that guy we were looking at, we got his scout report, but somebody's put a bid in for him. So what position was he? A defender, wasn't he? Yeah, defender centre. He's 6 foot. He looks good. Let's approach to sign. You don't want to sign for me? I'm going to win the league, man. What's going on? Well, that was a bit of a disappointment, wasn't it? He looked quite good. Who is this guy? Is he on our shortlist? Is that why they've... Well, we don't need a left back, do we? So, certainly not one that old. We've already got one that old. So it's 12 days till we play one of our enemies from the previous division. Be interesting to see how our tactic works with them. I think I am tempted to give consideration to the old Lions tactic if that attacking midfielder and Purev are getting on well together. So here come the random little injuries. Straight from the word go. We get training and somebody gets injured. Amazing. So we've got Bani Yassine for 4 years unless somebody comes in with what is for this level a big money bid. I'd like to really be talking about 250,000 at least for him, but I think he's the sort of player who could potentially go to England and become at least championship. So Hassan Ahmed is 20 years old. He's not overly fast, is he? I think we probably could accept that. It's not. It's not a big offer. It's not going to make us millions. But do we try and negotiate it? Aim for 5k in total. Add after league appearances. After 10 games. Suggest terms. They accepted it. So we've got potentially 5k for a player that isn't really going to feature. So I'm not too concerned with that. We've got 3 unhappy players. Who are the unhappy players? Kowalda is slightly unhappy. Sokon is content. So nobody's come in for what's it yet? So that's an interesting one. No flow. But it's not said no offers, I don't think, either, unless I missed it. Oh, no, it did. We'll have to keep an eye out, see if somebody comes in for him. Oh, no. Badman Yambugin Purev has got injured. So he's going to miss the start of the season. He may struggle to get back in the team if that other attacking midfielder starts off well. This could be a mistake, but I'm thinking I will accept this. Just check there's no... They're going to pay some of his wage, which is not really an important factor with us because we're doing okay. But I'm going to suggest that we accept that. But it is a bit of a risk because if we get injuries, we might find ourselves a little bit short in that position. It's a bit of a slow and steady start to the stream with the distance between the games. Obviously, we've got a few players who we're looking at coming in and going out and stuff, and we're going to have to make our 35-man squad soon, so that's going to bring a bit of interest to it. So Hassan Ahmed is going to, what was the name of the team? Balama. So we'll accept that. 5k in the coffers. It's not going to make a massive difference to us, but it's a bit of money. So we didn't go for that player in the end, did we? So that's not really news that we need to worry about. These injuries at the start of the season are a nightmare. So 4 more days. I might actually play the first friendly. I said I wasn't going to play them, or at least some of it, and just check that the tactics still working okay. But can't see any reason why it wouldn't. So uh, Kuteshat has got injured, which means that his his transfer, although it says only for a day, so I thought his transfer might be under scrutiny because of that, but it is only a day's injury. So he has gone on loan to Sahab. Let's try and get our stream manager up and running. Try and keep an eye in case somebody follows us. It'd be fantastic if you haven't. I suspect the people watching are people who have followed. So he's 5'8". Says he's a central defender and defensive midfielder, but he's not. But he's a defensive midfielder, but I don't know how much he will be playing. He is on loan with us. I did want to sign him permanently, but if I remember correctly, we couldn't get that kind of deal over the line. So we managed to get him on loan, and we're paying no wages, so that's always nice. So I'm beginning to think now we just need to have a quick look at the first team. Al-ARABI's out for the start of the season as well. This is just brilliant, isn't it? So what we want to do is let's have a look at this. So squad, move to senior squad. Don't think there's any of these guys at the moment that we want to be looking at in the first team squad. Or is there? I don't think there is, but we'll add them to here for now, and then look at the sort of what would it give if we were to register them today. So if we clear all and then ask assistant to pick. So he's not here, so that's irrelevant. Quasi Mohammed is my 17-year-old tall boy. He's not very good at anything else. I think we're going to actually accept that he's not good enough. I really wanted him to work because he was 6'5", but to be honest, he didn't do anything when he was playing for us. So I might just leave him. I'm glad they've considered Ganbat as one. That guy, Hamza Al Diabat, is he the one that's on loan or just the one that we signed for the future? Uh, that's not the guy who's on loan. So Ahmed, great name. Khaldoon Al Bari, Allah Al Zubi, Allah Al Shetnawi, out on loan, so we haven't got to worry about him. in terms of goalkeepers, we've got 3 goalkeepers. So if somebody comes in with 45k, we're gonna have to accept that for him. That keeper's never signed for us, has he? Raja's requested a transfer. Who's Raja? He's a left back. We've probably looked at before. Oh, from Docker. I'll tell you who I did want to look at, actually. Have we got a transfer budget? I don't think we have, particularly. Look at this. We're properly sinking in debt. We're going to have some good cup runs and stuff, I think, if we're going to save this. Hey, how are you? I hope you are well. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we definitely have issues there, don't we? We've got 8k of transfer budget. That's not going to happen. We're probably getting close to our limit with regards to people we want to be paying wages to. And we'll play this game against Docker, but that's probably the only friendly that we'll play. Everything's going well. Just finished the project. Now enjoying your coffee. I'm really good, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on. Well, yeah. What sort of project, dare I ask, that you were working on? Okay, so we'll go through the selection. At the moment, oh, we do have Hussein Khalid. Do we give him a pick? See what he's like. I don't think I've used him before. That's what these friendlies are for at the end of the day, is to use these guys. So we haven't seen this guy. He's 28 years old, 13 pace, 10 crossing. So I want to give him a good look, see what he's like. And our best centre back is Roabda. All right, so you're into all the techie stuff. Good to see. Hope it all goes well for you, actually. But yeah, so animation teaser. My son is actually in college learning all that kind of stuff at this moment. So he's learning how to effectively do game creation. Obviously, the animations are part of that. So yeah, sounds like he's enjoying it. So I think we'll keep our centre back pairing together for this friendly, just so there's not too many changes. So defender left. I'm not totally sure which one was the guy we signed for the role specifically. I think it was this guy. So he's got pretty well-rounded attributes. I just want to have a look at the other guy who was a left back. Wasn't him, was it? So Yeah, he's doing quite well. I've actually got two sons. The other one is currently living in Korea at university. He did the the gaming course, so he could do like events management and that sort of stuff. But my younger son, he's looking at doing more to do with the making of games and the making of graphics and all that kind of stuff. He was already pretty clued up with coding and stuff like that. So he's a lot cleverer than me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So Khatib is generally going to be our deep lying playmaker. Bani Yassim, I'm not sure if that's the right side for him actually. I think we'll put him at the other one and put Al back there. Uh, Basically, if I'm honest, I'm just doing this for fun at the moment. It's just seeing how it starts and whether it's something that I want to keep up for ages. I've only been streaming for just over a week, maybe 2 weeks to the day, I think it is. So I'm just getting into it, seeing how I like it, and if I enjoy doing it, I'll keep pushing on to improve what I'm doing. But at the moment, it's just learning the ropes. I'm not very techie savvy. I have to get my lad to come and show me how to change stuff. So, but that's basically why I'm brand new, just forging my way through. So inside forward on the right, we can't use Al-ARABI anyway. So if we put Aquaman over there and no flow on the left, um, oh Badman Yambugin Purev could well be fit for the start of the season by the looks of it. But we'll give the other guy a go just because I want to see how he performs in that role. Like I say, I'll give it a go and see what happens. So far, I feel like I've done quite well. I've picked up 11 followers in about 9-10 days, which to me was pretty good. I've not put any sort of effort into the branding of it, as you mentioned. I'm just trying to enjoy what I'm doing. I feel like I've just made. Oh right, I see. I'm picking him for two positions. That's why that's not working. Am I missing a load of midfielders? Is that what the problem is? I didn't realise I was that short on midfielders. Kwamala Harris can play there, so not sure why Kwamala wasn't showing up on my selection. No Flow was who we were going to try on this, I think. And then we'll quick pick the substitutions. Oh, pick positions only. So this just gives us an idea of the tactic and stuff like that. And hopefully, it is against a team from the division we've just been promoted from. So it's not going to teach us too much new. But one thing I would say is they were a good team from the lower division. But I think most of these guys will be the starting team or thereabouts if they're not in the starting team. So is this going to be a pointless highlight? It's possibly not by the fact it's still going. No flow. given a little space to run into. He charges into it, takes a shot, forces the save from the keeper. And that was a good first effort. Could have easily saw us ahead within the first few seconds of the game. Bani Yassin with a corner. We do, of course, do a short corner in this particular save. Bani Yassin pulls it back, no flow. And no flow doesn't want to sign a new contract with us, but he started this friendly as though he's one of our best players, which he isn't, but he's not a bad player. I have got a few things that might bring question into how much time and effort I can put into it. A few health issues that I'm having to deal with. But also on the other side of it, those health issues might give me more time to do streaming in the future. So it's just something that I'm just testing the waters. And at the end of the day, if you don't try things and that, you don't know whether they're for you or not. Obviously, I have to work a lot on my confidence and delivery and stuff like that. But as long as I can do what I'm enjoying to do, which is playing Football Manager, I'm happy either way. So Aquaman probably should have done exactly the same as what NoFlow did there. He's missed out on a golden opportunity to put his name up forward for a starting place in this season's first team. So Kowalda plays it to Bani Yassin. No flow. Al-Diabat. We've not seen a lot from him yet, but I'm sure he will come into the game. Kwamala Harris and Bani Yassin. Great ball from Bani Yassin. Al-Un and Diabat has found himself a goal. And that was, I think, nice movement. We'll see the replay and just be able to follow exactly what it is. I think I might actually just give him a click on his name so we keep his name highlighted so that we can watch how he does in this game, because he is the one who is trying to take the position from Purev. Purev is a one-star player, but he plays a lot better than that. He got 14 goals and I think it was 9 assists last season, which is pretty good for a one-star player. So Al-Diabat has got to compete with that. He is technically a better player, but we like Purev. Purev is one of our own. So just keep him a close eye on where that highlight was going. It does look like it's going to be another one for us now, as Al-Diabat turns and gives it out to Al-Un. Al-Un plays it forward to Aquaman, who puts Diabat through. He slots it home for a good goal. I thought he was offside, and we'll look again in the in the highlight. Let's see. Oh no, he was miles on. And it's a nice finish from a guy who doesn't have great stats for finishing, but he is actually looking like he's got decent composure at least. So Bani Yassin and Kwamala Harris linked together for the corner. Now Bani Yassin. Kwamala Harris somewhat got in the way there. But, no, I don't think it was Kwamala Harris actually, but can't remember who it was. So half-time, and I think you can safely say the tactics still works against these teams in the division below us. So I'm happy with how they're going so far. Do we want to see anybody else? So Purev's not fully fit, but we'll give him a go actually. I don't think that Diabat will be coming off completely. I think if we take Kwamala Harris off and try Diabat just back a bit. Majali, come on for Aquaman, who's been a bit quiet. Mansour can come on and have his go. Al-Un did very well. I'm not disappointed with Al-Un at all. I thought he was okay. Suafta's injured, so we're not going to use him today. And Mohammed got picked into the team, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah, Gambat. Let's have Gambat on for a bit as well. So Gambat and Purev are two players who have been with us since we were in Mongolia. And we brought them with us. They're probably just reasonable players here, not really expecting a lot from them. But I just remembered that there's still that thing where you make subs at half-time and they don't sub them on until after the starting highlight. So, fortunately, it uses up one of your slots for making subs. So, Abu Jabba, we haven't really seen. No flow, is charging down the wing now, cuts inside. It does have Purev, not Purev, no, it's not even Aquaman. Who did I put on? Majali. Forgot who I put on the right then for a second. They did have Majali to aim at, but he didn't cross it, so it's an irrelevant conversation. So Gamba is getting involved early doors. He's allowed himself to be beaten to the ball there, but makes a superb tackle back. But Haddad runs on to the free ball and charging into the box now. Hits the crossbar. Probably should have done a little bit better. We are an hour in, so I might look at making a couple more changes in a moment. Purev. And that's the end of the highlight. So let's look at if there's anybody else who we want to have a look at. Abu Al-Saud for no flow. Seems an obvious one. And seem to have a lot of right backs on our substitute bench. We'll give the regular keeper a bit of a run out as well. He's unhappy, but hopefully we can convince him that he loves this club and he wants to stay. He might have to prove himself very quickly here, as it looks like the opposing team, whose pronouncing of their name has disappeared from me, Dokara or something like that. It looks like they're coming into the game, but we have significantly weakened our team with the substitutions that we've made, so probably not a total surprise. So Jabla plays the ball to Al-Saud. Benny Yassin. Al-Saud gets an opportunity to shoot, and that was close actually. Tell you what, with Ava Sable talking about having a cup of coffee, that has got me thinking I want a brew. So we might be making one of them in a minute. So defensively, we're still looking a little bit ropey, if you ask me, but we've not conceded a goal yet. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. This Raja is one of the players who we were looking at signing. We've signed enough left backs to not worry about that. But I think we definitely need another decent midfielder. So after the game, we'll look for maybe one or two midfielders. So we did concede a goal. It was a little bit of a fluke, and I think it's Raja who scored it, isn't it? Yeah. Unbelievable. The player we were looking at signing, we left him in the end, but he's gone and scored against us in the friendly. Never mind. So I think we did okay in that. Like I say, I think it's shown us that we haven't got enough midfielders. That is the area that we need to look at. I could have a quick look at the youngsters and see whether there's anyone we want to play in there first. I think we'll do that first. So squad under 21s. So he's out on loan, so he's irrelevant. Kamala Harris obviously is a player who we just played in that game, so we know all about Kamala Harris. This guy's more of an attacking midfielder, so he's not going to get in. Thanks for the offer, Koyampo. I appreciate you being on the stream today. Fortunately, I don't go into collab games at the moment, but maybe in the future. But I hope you enjoy the content. So he actually looks okay, but he wants attacking midfield, so I don't think he's going to be playing this season. Hamza Tiabat, not likely. He's only 16. He's got plenty of time to develop. Probably not for me, though. Whether we'll be here that long, it is a journeyman at the end of the day. And yeah, so we need to look for at least one midfielder. Go on to the player recommendations first and the list. And we could actually, no, we can't narrow it down here, can we? That's annoying. Mohamed, he's more of an attacking midfielder. We want central midfielder ahead of the attacking midfield. It's not a problem if he can play in attacking midfield, but his first ability needs to be central midfield. Mahmoud Mohamed, how about him? His best position is central midfield. His passing's excellent. He looks a bit of a baller, to be honest. He does play for somebody. We're not going to be able to afford him, I don't think. So that's a bit of a shame. He would have been an option. In fact, he looks excellent, and I'd like to sign him, but don't think we can afford him. I'll add one. I'd love to sign back. He's one of our players who Salt bought us, but we're not going to get him because of the amount that they're going to want for him. Let's get the zeros on the card and see whether there's anyone who's good here. So this guy is an American, so we can't pick him because of the foreigner rule. Look at his long shots. He looks like a bit of an option for the future, though. I would be tempted to try and sign him if I'm honest, but like I say, I just don't think we can fit him in at the moment. So another player who would be a potential from the same team. I don't think we'd be able to get him again for value. So we're not seeing any there that are potentials for us. Let's go to the database and edit the search. We want midfield centres. Not many to pick from there, admittedly. He's not too bad an option. He's young enough that he can just improve a little bit, but he's got reasonable vision and stuff like that. Would be one for the future. For me, personally, I think he needs to be. Hi, Natalia. I hope you're well. Thank you for dropping in. So the work rate's a little bit of a concern. It's only 9, but not too bad. I don't know with him. Let's see what sort of wage he wants. Emergency backup. That's a good start. 200. Oh no, wait there. I was looking at the wrong bit. The wage. Yeah, so I think we just put him in to bolster the squad a little bit. He's not going to be a first choice. If I can find somebody better for central midfield, that will be super duper. Let's have a look at transfer listed. So we'll edit the search for midfield centre. Apply. So 2K, we could afford him, but doesn't look good. So I don't think we've got anybody. Let's try loan listed. Thank you very much, Natalia. I appreciate the encouragement. Loan listed. Let's have a look. Who's on the loan list? That's more like it, isn't it? So who's this guy for Jazeera? I nearly said Al Jazeera then. That's the news organisation. I mean, look at this guy. He's from a low. Oh no, he's not from a lower league. He's from Salt, who signed a lot of my players. He's got good pace. He's an option. How much do they want if we try and loan him? So if we try and loan him, they don't want any fee, and he's only a squad player, but they want him to play attacking right. Whereas I want to play him as that. Suggest terms. Wow, I didn't think they'd go for that. So we'll leave that as that now for him. So that's a couple of players potentially coming in who can play the midfield centre role. We definitely want to look at these guys. So he's got 12 finishing. He's a striker. Did I not tick midfielder? Is that why? Ah, so that guy who we've just tried to get in on loan, we might have to not take him anyway. So edit search. It must have been because I changed it again. So we could loan this guy in. So he actually got bought from us. I remember this now. So let's loan him if they're interested in loaning him out. Let's loan him in. I would like him to play midfield centre if you are willing to consider that. Yes, good lads. So that's an option that we've managed to fulfill. I just need to remember to cancel the other guy because we don't want a right winger at the moment. So we probably don't want to borrow from these guys. But so is this the guy who we just signed, attempted to sign, or was that the other one? It must have been Ibrahim Taroa, surely, who we just tried to sign. Yeah, so it was, yeah. He was a previous player of ours as well. So Al-Bakr as Mustafi. Let's see if we can loan him as a like squad player as well. Make offer. Loan. Pay no wages. That's always what we want to hear. Try and get him as a squad player. Suggest terms. They're happy with it. So that's good. We've got potential 3 or 4 midfielders coming in. Not all of them will be signed. I think we'll turn down the right winger that we've tried to loan. I think that's good use of the loan market to strengthen our squad, if nothing else. But we definitely, when we're setting up that team, we saw a gaping hole in our midfield. So we've got to remember Abayadat, who actually, sure he used to be one of my players as well. I know. I had an Abayadat, but it's obviously not him. So Abayadat is the one that we're going to cancel because that's the player. Wait there, what's it say? So he's a midfielder. So he's the one that we want to accept. Abayadat is the winger, so he's the one we want to cancel. Have to make sure, think clearly at this time of night. Make sure you're not making a mistake. So Mohammed Haddad, let's have a think about this guy. Do we definitely want him? So he's a free agent. His stats are, I mean, I'm happy with his stats actually. And he's a backup, I think, anyway. So we'll bring him in and just see how he gets on. He's not costing us much in the way of wages. So I don't know if Kuyumpol's watching, but thank you for the follow. I just spotted that you followed me, and I appreciate that. Sorry I didn't spot it straight away, but I've got my screens in all different places and didn't look down at it. Thanks for the follow, though. I really appreciate it. So Al-Diabat is now injured, so Purev's definitely coming back. This is getting a bit desperate with these injuries. So I think I have one more signing in the pipeline. And then I might look for one centre back because I think we lack a really decent second centre back. So shall I just have a quick look at player recommendations again to start with? List. We want to look at these freebie guys first of all. So great named Al Shati. He's definitely one. Oh, he's 6'4" as well. So I'm going to approach to sign him just based on his. Oh, he wants to. He wants us to strengthen the midfield, and he wants to be vice captain, which we're not going to let him do. So, finalise the promises, negotiate contract, 410. Well, to be honest, I'll give you 410 if you'll take 3 years. But let's go for that first. He's taken a pay cut and everything. So 3 years with him. Thanks for the offer, Natalia. I really appreciate it. At the moment, I'm just feeling my way into streaming. I've only been doing it a week or so, so I'm just seeing whether I enjoy it first before I make any decisions like that. Thank you. But by all means, drop me a follow, and if I sort of like start looking into those things, I'd definitely consider you. Um, yeah. So we'll have a look at Mohammed Al Shati. Great name, and that's a guy who we didn't decide to go for, but he's attacking midfielder anyway. So another potential is this guy. Prefers defensive midfield. Let's see what sort of role he wants. No, it's an important player. And he wants to be vice captain. So he could be sort of like a fringe player. I don't think I'd want him as a. Yeah, so we'll cancel the negotiations. As he looks okay. He doesn't look that good. So is that the last one of the midfielders on a freebie? So let's go to the database. Do you know? I've just realised something there. I've been looking at midfielders. It was the defenders that I'm looking for. What a muppet! So defender centre, apply, listed and loan listed from Jazeera. 6 foot tall, but only 10 jumping reach. That's a bit negative. So I don't go on my Discord, so it would be pointless me giving it to you because I wouldn't even know how to sign into it again. So if we made an offer to loan, they want 100% of his wages, which I'm not too fussed at 160, but the regular start of it is not going to happen. So squad player, suggest terms, make offer. So potentially a lone player that we can have just to give us a bit of strength in depth. He's got a bit of experience as well, which, to be honest, is not too bad. Any that are So we want to change that to transfer listed, don't we? Transfer status listed. It's the same guy as the only one showing. So any for that. Contract expired. And let's have a quick look who we've got here. It doesn't look like there's anybody who is likely to be of interest to us. What about this Bilal Hassan, 21 years old? I'm always happy to consider them when they've got lower figures, but they have to be sort of 17, 18 when they're like that because they need to be able to develop. He does have a few interesting mental attributes, so but he's just not quite going to be top division material. So I'm happy with the bids that we've got in. I think we'll leave it at that. And once we've signed or not signed them players, that will be our squad for the season. So Cuff Rassoum are the team who we played in the last game of the season. Last season, I think we went out, put on a show as we walked out into promotion into the next division, the top division. Looks like loads of other teams have come in for Al Shati. So I think we're going to have to up our, because we did offer him a contract that he probably would not go for, if I'm honest. So let's suggest those terms. I don't know whether to try and get him to be almost certainly agree. No, it's not working. So we'll leave it at 500 and finalise the deal. If anybody else is offering him more than that, then good on them. I'd be really happy to get him at 6'4", but we've just got to see what happens with other people coming in for him. I don't know. We've not got a great reputation. If the teams, I didn't look who the teams were. Al Bakr and Al Hussein are both bigger teams than us. So we'll quick pick that. It seems to say Al Diabat is fit. I thought it said he got injured. Have we got two Al Diabats? We have two. And I was confused and thinking Purev was going to get a good run. Oh well. Instant result. We're not playing this friendly. Looks like it went reasonably well. We won 6-1. Let's just have a quick check at who scored the goals. So, Bani Yassin, Aquaman got a couple. So after got one, and Abu Al Saud got another. I've got to give nicknames, and I've just seen the perfect nickname for this guy. So Al Adham Abu Al Saud. I mean, he's got to be AAA, hasn't he? That's got to be him. He's the Duracell. So AAA is a new nickname for Abu Al Saud. And we do need to give some of these guys nicknames who we use regular, just because the names don't always roll off the tongue. I mean, I've got a little bit of Arabic in me, and I would say that I don't pronounce the names very quickly because you have to think about the pronunciation. So Al Wefa or Weta. You got to think about how they would be pronounced to the Arabic person. Look at our finances absolutely dropping. We've got a good squad here. I think we'll be okay. So we didn't get Ali Mustafi, which is not the end of the world, but would have been nice to have him in the team. So if we look at our transfer activity and just see who we've potentially got coming in, Mohamed Al Shatti looks like the only one, really. I don't think we're going to get him, if I'm honest. Who's this guy? A centre back who is sort of like a squad player. So he's right footed. Would have been better if he was left, but he isn't. So we'll sign him anyway, just to give us a little bit of. We've got some players here who are on in their last year of their contract. We've got a trigger extension on Aquaman, so we'll certainly do that for him. No Flow has already told me he's leaving, so if I was to offer him a contract, he'll say that he's not interested. Then we've got this guy here. He must have an extension, surely. So we could probably try. Mind you, he's 32, and he has only just signed a 1-year contract. So we'll wait and see with him a little bit. Make a decision on him at a later date. At 32, we don't want him as a left back for long. Well, we got Al Shatti. He's got to take a big chunk of our wage bill, but I wasn't expecting to get him. He's going to be our top defender now, I think. That is a good signing. He's strong on his left foot as well, so he might have to be our left-sided defender. Don't think he'll be totally happy with that, but so the board are delighted with that signing, and the fans look like they're happy too. I think that's possibly all that we're going to try and sign. Just want to look at our fixture schedule. So we've got 2 more friendlies. And oh no, 1 more friendly, and then Al Jazeera on the 26th of August. So what I'm going to do is go on holiday because I've done all the work that oh no, I've did that before and I missed the selections. We need to sort out who's registered and stuff like that. So, squad, more is it? Registration. So clear all, ask assistant to pick, double check he's not missed somebody important. So we've got how many goalkeepers does he want? So these guys here are not going to get selected, whatever, are they? So we better leave one of them in. So we'll go with the older one. Then these guys are definitely in. Merjan is one for the future if his attributes continue to improve. Al Shatnawi is a defensive midfielder, 19 years old. I think we've created a space. No, we haven't, not yet. I just took a goalkeeper out. So we've got a maximum of 3 foreign players. No foreign goalkeepers allowed. this tells me I can put a player in, and that player could well be that 19-year-old. But let's double check in case he's put somebody else out. So he's out for 3 to 6 weeks. But no, he's not going to make the team. Ahmed is not going to make the team. He's got good physicals, but he's not somebody who is likely to get in anytime soon. So another attacking midfielder that not quite gonna likely to make the grade. Katayashat's on loan, so he's not going to make the team. Quasi Mohammed, I've already ruled him out, if I'm honest. So who was that player who I was looking at and thought he should be in there? Perhaps it was Hamza Al Diabat. So we'll put him in anyway and confirm. Now we definitely cannot play any strikers because we don't own any. They're not selected in the team. Although I suppose there's a couple who can play that position if necessary. So we've got this friendly. We'll instant result it, but pick full rotation. Pick rotated squad, full rotation, instant result, confirm. So yes, we want to go on with that. So No Flow is now happy to stay as well. Do we see if we could tie him down with a contract? No. So he's still leaving on a free transfer, even though he says he's happy to stay. Interesting. So he's still going on the transfer list. Or maybe it's because I've got him on a transfer list, actually. Let's take him off for a bit and see what happens. Transfer options. No. Transfer status. No status set. Let's try that and then see if he'll speak to me after that. We'll give him a week or so. So we lost 3-1 in our friendly. That's not a great sign, but we did rotate the team, so that's something that we need to consider with that. So it's 18 days until our first match. So I think what I'm going to do is just go and make myself a brew. I'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes. So just hang fire if you're enjoying the stream. Don't forget to leave a follow. I appreciate that. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So we are back. We have a brew, and all is right with the world. And hello, my little doggy wants to come and say hello. Do you? Hello. You right? Right. Let's get back to this now. So we got eight days, is it? To the next match. 16 days. It'd be interesting to see whether we've built a strong enough team to be competitive in this league. I'm hopeful that we can easily survive the relegation bit. So we've got to choose a captain. Let's review the captaincies. The one thing I want to review is who is like first and second and third and stuff. So I want him first. Him second. Although he might have been a bit young to be second, actually. So let's remove him from standings. Yep, so I think that's probably about right for where we want it. There's nobody else in there that we're missing. Merjan 16. Yeah, Merjan's 16, so he's too young. Al-Un can potentially go in as like the fourth one. Then we've got plenty of options there. So, just checking. Right, so that's the captain sorted. We'll confirm them. Yeah. I was doubting my mic was working then, so just turn the volume up on my monitor, and it is working. So we're happy. Squad to be decided. Quasi Mohammed is the only one who's not. We have 37. I am having me doubts. Do I put him in there? His attributes are rubbish, but he is very young. So let's go to the squad and just have one last look at this. Is there somebody who we can miss out for Mohammed? So we've got to look at these lower ability guys. This 16-year-old is not involved, so I don't know why I'm looking at him. 15-year-old here is not going to get a look in this season, so he's coming out. And what do we want now? Not ability, we want it in position. Quasi Mohammed. We have a Mohammed who is potential as well. He's only 5'10", so he wouldn't be a target striker. But he's got fantastic finishing and technique. And composure's not bad as well. I might be tempted to give that 15-year-old a place if there's somebody who he can replace. So let's go back to looking at these guys. Omar Salah. 6 foot. Pace is only 6. Stamina 5. It's not beyond the realms of possibility he could get a go, but he's only got 3 heading. And I'm not really very happy with that. So I think that Omar Salah gets dropped out of it as well. Although, yeah, I'm going to say Omar Salah is going out. And the 15-year-old striker, wherever he's gone. Well, let's do it by position again. Mohammed. Yeah, he's got to get into it as well. So Now let's look at the positions and just double check that we've got enough. So we've got two strikers and a few sort of like part-time strikers who are all involved in that. We've got a couple of left, well, three that are capable of playing on the left, and at least two that are able to play on the right. Oh, actually three. So Al-Absi, of course, is our best right back. Then Diaback could also play striker. I didn't realise that, but he's attacking midfielder, really. Purev obviously is going to be an important part of the team, so wherever he's gone. Where are you, Purev? So he's not here. So Purev's in there. We just needed to make sure that Gambat's in there. They're the important ones. This loan guy. Oh, he's out on loan. That's all right. I was going to say it looked like he was in on loan. Right, so I think I'm happy with that. That's going to be the confirmation. There we go. That is our team for the season. Finally selected. Here we go for the title odds. Let's see where we've finished up as in terms of favourites. My aunt have been made 1 to 10 to go down. Where are we? Why is it not showing us? The rest of the contenders not listed in the contenders, that's for sure. So we go to click on Pro League, click on there, and season preview. Oh, we're back to 1,000 to 1 again. So we're now the favourites to go down, I think. But I'm gonna call it now. Mid-table is the worst we will finish. So if we're less than 7th, I'll be disappointed. That will, of course, be relegation if we fail to get 7th. But squad numbers, right? Clear all. Ask assistant to assign. He wants 8, but he's not even here at the club, so he's not going to get what he wants, is he? Mo Salah could have 11. Ahmed can't have 12, so he'll have to have 24. So I think we'll just worry about the other guys as soon as they start playing. So just confirm those numbers for now. So Jazeera are our first game. We are 2 weeks away from it. Technically, there could still be signings and not signings. I don't think we're going to sign anybody else unless there's one that I've forgotten about that we're about to sign. Aquaman's injured. Hopefully it's not for long. Doesn't look like it, thank goodness. He could be quite important to us this season. Especially if No Flow doesn't sign a new contract. So it's a bit of a concern that last friendly that we lost. But I don't think we put out a very strong side, so I'm not going to be too stressed about it. Here we go. Competition expectations. So we're going to go normal. So we're not getting to negotiate that anyway, so it's not an issue. Right. Squad. We want to hide the under 21s. Pick without restriction, best 11. And we'll leave it at that for now. And hopefully, when we go into the league, we'll be set up for a good season. So we're favourites to go down, and it does seem to be that the teams who go up tend to be the teams that go down in this league. But I think we can establish ourselves in the league from the off. I may be proven sadly wrong. We'll see how the form takes us. Need to raise my chair up a bit, I think. It must be already up there. Trying to ignore the fact that I've got cramp. Transfer deadline is today. Pro League window closes today. We've not got anyone unregistered. We're not loaning out Purev. He's a key player for us. What do you think? We're mad? And Al Kowalder not going out on loan. We've got our 35-man squad. They're all part of it. So stop making offers for them. They're not coming. Who's Sawafter? Is he in the selected guys? He's Palestinian, who is 6'6", jumping reach. Yeah, I don't think so. He's not been loaned out. 6'6". You gotta be kidding. Reject. Sahab SC have come in for Qualder now. Reject. We're not weakening our defence in any way, shape, or form. Who are these making a loan approach for? Sawafter. That's the Palestinian guy again, aren't they? So, reject. So the transfer deadline's gone, and we can confirm our selection. So that's it. The team is locked in. We've still got 7 days to go till our first game. Tempted to go on holiday to speed up the process, but we'll stick with it for now. We just had the Jordanian Cup first round draw, so let's have a quick look at who we've been drawn against. Al Jalil Urbid. I think that's a local derby, because I think we are Al-ARABI of Urbid. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's our name. So it's at the Al Hassan Stadium. We are the home team. They've not got many players registered to them, so that's something. So, what are they in? So they're only in the cup competition. So I think that's an easy draw for us, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have to, well, we'd hope we can win that quite comfortably. Sulcan has got injured just before the season starts, and it's quite a while away. We're going to have to use the club doctor as well because we're flat broke. That is not good. Losing your first choice keeper 6 days before the season. You can see that the FM gods are going to be very fair with us this season. It's not like we're favourites for relegation or anything like that. So the final season ticket sales figures are in. Did we sell more than last season or not? You would hope so, being in the top division. I mean, the thing with this league now is we're going to have big gaps between the matches, aren't we? Because if you look at the rules of the league, oh, I've just seen it. We play 27 games. I wonder how they worked that out. Who gets more home games? Unless they play some of the games at neutral stadiums. That'll be interesting to see how that works out, actually. So let's have a look at the portal and go to the fixtures. See if we can work out how it seems to work out. It's home away, home away, home away, home away, no. So it looks like it's the luck of the draw. So 27 games, that's a little bit better. I thought we were only going to be playing 18 games for the season. Two days till a game. The moment of anticipation is coming as we look at our squad and make sure that we've got everybody selected in the first team that we want. Anybody who can go and sun themselves in the under 21s also need to be sorted through. So let's go to the squad and click on that. We have 27 players in here. So he is on loan. So we'll move him to the under 21s out of the way. Quasi Mohammed is obviously one of the few strikers we've got. Gamba is definitely better than a free silver star guy, so we're not gonna take him out. Apparently he's crying because we've only offered normal bonuses. So I'm gonna offer him a contract again, even though he said he's gonna concede. It said he was happy to stay. Oh, don't know what I'm doing. Actions. contract. Yeah, so he's going to wait until he's seen what's going on. No float. I mean, wouldn't be the biggest loss in the world if he went. So, I mean, look at that. That is bad news, that. So, I mean, Purev has got to be on the bench, whatever. So, who was that? Was it him? 6'6". He is definitely going to be on the bench. So after. So we're not going to have a goalkeeper on the bench. So we'll definitely have Sawafta on the bench because he is going to be one of the players who will duck into the team. I'm just looking at this now. Al-Hassari is not going to be playing ahead of Rawabda anyway, so I don't know why he's in the squad. So Quasi Mohammed can go on to the bench. Gambat needs to be on the bench. What have we got a duplicate of positions on? So we'll put Gambat on instead of the left back for now. And I think that is our first squad. Haddad, sorry. Oh, I'm saying Al Haddad because everybody else is an Al somebody. Yeah, so he's not going in at the moment. Alya, he's injured. How long for? 7 weeks. Wow. So we got some injuries. That's not good, is it? So Khaled is going to be our. Oh no, was he the right one? Yeah. He's going to be our first choice. Do we have this guy in on the defence as well or not? No, I think we'll leave him out for now. I think that's it. I think that's my first squad. It will get decimated with injuries straight away, I imagine. In fact, we've got to look at this. Al-Absi is not fit. So that might be a mistake. We'll put Aquaman in for now. No Flow is on the bench if needed. Al-Absi, you need to come off. So we can put Majali. Yeah, Majali will cover the right then. And that means who's in right back? Oh, Mansour's in right back. He's got in ahead of Al-Un. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. That's our team. Wow, that was complicated deciding on who was going to be the ones for our first in the Pro League. But we look forward with anticipation and hope that we can at least put on a show. 1,000 to 1 to win the league. I'm going to say we're going to get closer than that, but maybe I'm just being a little bit too confident. So off we go. We've done our first press conference. I've no idea what the questions were because I didn't read them. But off we go. And the first pointless highlight of this season. This is season 8 in our Journeyman save. The second season with this club. A AAA is put through. And he's lost the ball straight away. And Gonzalez, and this could be a really bad start. Gonzalez, the counter-attack element has gone, but Gonzalez has just gone and scored it anyway. Oh, man. I thought we were looking like we would be okay in this league. But that has just been embarrassing. I mean, look at that. It's 4 against 2, 6 against 2. 4 running in who could have been set up, but he just went for goal anyway. And the keeper took a lie down. Khaled, what were you doing? 1-0 down. We've had 4 shots to their 1 as well. So we're battering them. telling you now, we're being FM'd. Ooh. Samara, I think his name would be, has just missed a really good opportunity of a header. Completely unchallenged from the corner, which is not great for our corner routines. We'll put our 6'6" guy on, they won't do that again. So, Jabla. Bani Yassin gives it to Khatib, who gives it to Tarawna. I'm going to have to give these guys, some of these guys, some nicknames, I think. Triple A, who has got a nickname, and charges into the box. Does a little bit better this time than he did last time. Wins us a corner, which we probably won't get to see. There we go. My bugbear with FM. We should see a lot more corners than we do. And another thing that I would like to be able to do is physically practice corners, so we can see how the players are reacting. So Gonzalez is just tearing us apart here. How can we stop that? Team instructions. No, we probably want opposition instructions. So this guy here, he's an attacking midfielder centre. So we need to tight mark him and tackle hard. I think that might be a mistake with him. He looks a tricky little guy, but we start diving in, I think he could cause us problems. But as he takes a corner, we win the header this time. Rawabda with the header out. The ball's coming back in. He looked a mile offside. Apparently we're weathering a storm here, but it doesn't look very stormy. But they've caught up with the amount of chances. That's obviously demonstrating they had a lot of chances in a quick period of time. Triple A comes back to Al-Shati. Rawabda gives it back. Oh, he's giving it back to Al-Shati, but he's absolutely cocked the pass up. And what a save from Khaled. Well done. Come on, get in there. Aquaman. Nice little pass to Mansour. Mansour showed too much to him. This could well turn out to be not our highlight after all that. And look at that. It's straight over the top. Clean through. 2-0. That is disappointing defending. They should have been attacking that ball, not letting it go over their head. So we've seen some gaping holes in this tactic already today. Let's hope that it's just one team and not every team that's going to be doing that. Otherwise, we'll have to drop the defensive line. Bani Yassin, Al-Dayabat. Taroa over the top. But we've lost the ball again. It keeps looking like it's going to be our highlight, and then the other team brings the ball forward. Gonzalez, thought we'd started keeping him quiet. We need to get this defensive line back as soon as possible. We are getting absolutely trounced here. Out of possession. Defensive line. Drop to lower. And that will do for that. Yeah, we've got to try and silence their attack before we can even think about getting ourselves a goal back. This could very easily become a bit of a trouncing, and we don't want to lose heavily and lose confidence very quickly. Bani Yassin with a shot. Ah. I'm not sure if it hit the crossbar or the keeper saved it, but it was so close. Now they're going to bring the ball out. They're getting some nice easy passing going here. Good tackle. Mansour has the ball. Gives it to Khatib. Plays it to Aquaman. Gives it to Tirana. Diabat. Tirana. Gonzalez. So we've got a Shati and they've got a Shatat. And I don't want to say it, but the E bit in Arabic means my. So Shati might be my Shat. So second half, we've been disappointing. First half, it's fair to say. We weren't expected to get a result today, but I'd like to think we could at least get back into the game, if nothing else. We've actually done very well in the game in terms of our possession stats and shots, but we've not really been the instigators of any of that. Highlights has been nearly all about Jazeera. And this Gonzalez guy has been at the forefront of everything. And we just can't stop him. He must be a quality player. Just realised that my face cam needs a little bit of adjustment. It's a bit better, not very straight, but it's a bit better. So let's get back to the match. I had a feeling it was looking like you could just about see my head. But all we've been missing is them playing us up a park. As Gonzalez gets another goal, and this game is done. So let's get some subs on. Might as well get some minutes into somebody else's legs, because this game has disappeared very quickly. So Rawabda can be replaced by Sawafda, and Gambit can come on for the Loney, and we'll move Khatib forward. And where are you, Purev? Purev on for Diabat, who's not really impressed today. I mean, look at this. It's supposed to be tight marking this guy. How is that tight marking? He does get close to him at the end, but somehow he still lets him get the ball first. I don't know how bad this is going to get, but this is a good position for Shatat to shoot at. And another, I think we need to live and defend. Go into defensive. Maybe should consider being a bit more defensive in the whole tactic, to be honest. Probably should have thought about that a little bit earlier in the game as well, when we were 1-0 down. I think Jazeera are one of the better teams in the league, so it's not completely shameful to be beaten by them like this, but I would have liked to have given a good show for our first game of the season, which I think if you look at the shots we've had, maybe we have put on a good show. But they're just clearly a mile better than us. And I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. I was so confident when I saw Yassine and the likes in the team, and I was like, we're going to be good in this top division. But there is a massive gap between this top division and the rest. As Ali Fakir has made it 4-0, and that is going to be that, hopefully. I think we'll be glad when this match is over. And I'm feeling glad the match is over. Yes, I'm glad the match is over. So we'll go to that. And that was not fun at all, was it? Uh, so the tactics didn't work too well. I think we may be out of our depth with him in this league. We're not going to make any knee-jerk reactions, though. If I go to the uh, season preview, Jazeera were 50-1, so they weren't even one of the better teams. Oh man, we are in trouble. So we may have to reconsider how we work these tactics as well. So we could well be going to a different formation, and I don't know how we uh, make ourselves better. At the moment, we'll give it another couple of games. We won't make a knee jerk reaction, but if we lose a couple more games like that, I think we're definitely going to have to change the tactics. Are we professional? Yeah, I think we were, weren't we? Yeah, that was the reason I took the job. The team were professional. Yeah, they've got training across the week, so they're obviously professional. No, you are joking now. You're absolutely taking the mickey with these injuries. We've lost the best keeper. Now we've lost the best player, full stop. Serious, get down, please. Yeah, you heard me. Get down. I mean, that is just taking the mickey. We've actually lost our best attacking winger as well. Though he should be back within the next week or so. Well, now we've got 8 weeks without AL-ARABI, which means, on the plus side, that Gambat might be getting some game time. I mean, that is just a disaster. I can't believe it. The player that all our hopes were hanging on. He's the only one who had a decent shot in the game that we just played. And we've lost him for 8 weeks. And obviously, there's going to be recovery time after that, which he won't be playing to full capacity. Look at the finances, they're getting worse and worse. I wonder if there's any good jobs going before my stock falls. Uh, Managerial vacancies. We could go to Canada. Let's go for club rating and see where the nearest available ones are. Well, we're going a long way down in the ratings, but there are a lot of clubs in fairness. I mean, this is such a wasted screen. Why can't they have it all the way down to the bottom here? What is this all about? And why can't you filter just to have the available jobs? It's ridiculous. So we've got loads at Madagascar. Iraq. Now we're talking a possibility, but they're all Division 1. We don't want to go down to a second tier team. China. What are they? Is China G League the best league? I mean, look at their wage bill. Can we see any of the players, what they're like? Nope. I mean, if we look at their selection info, average rating, bring them to the top. 22-year-old goalkeeper, 6'2". I mean, they look in a bad shape in terms of confidence. So what is the GIA League? Is that the top league or not? No, there's a Super League. Yeah, so Super League is the top league. But their wage bill is massive compared to what we've got now. So Bani Yassim is coming off. And we'll put Hadam on in his place. But he is not staying on this team because Gambat is coming in. Al-ARABI can go on the bench for his first game back instead of Majali. And I'm going to give Rawabda a break from getting stuffed and put Sawafta on. Purev can come on for Diabat. Could be a mistake that, but let's see if we can actually be in this game at some point during the game. Imagine if all the problem was that we'd forgotten, well, not forgotten, but put somebody in ahead of Purev. That might have been the issue. Go out there and make me proud, guys. Don't be anxious, Gamba. And I spoke to the press. That's always unlucky, isn't it? So Gamba is the one we want to keep an eye on because he should be in star rating terms out of his depth. So Purev chasing that ball. He gives it up pretty quickly. Al-Kadi brings the ball forward for the opposition. Gamba is there and he's allowed himself to get skinned. And he's still not making full effort to get back. Not the greatest show from Gambat there. Purev can't compete for the ball and it's coming straight back out as Gambat heads it out. Does find Purev, who finds Khatib with a neat little flick there. Aquaman gives it to Mansour. Will he come back to Gambat? No, he's lost the ball. What a muppet. And fortunately, they missed their first opportunity. But I'm not impressed with how Aquaman lost that ball then. Sorry, it was Mansour, wasn't it? Not Aquaman. So, Jabla gives it to Khatib. Gambat. Khatib. Tarauna loses it. And this is where the other team goes with a guy called Gonzalez. How many Gonzalez's have they got? Oh, come on. It is so easy. So I want to switch to cautious. Might be too late already, but Gambat plays to Sawafta. 6'6". but he let his man get in the box there. So Mansour has found a bit of space. He's charging forward. He's got 3 people to aim at. He's found AAA, and somehow AAA didn't get the goal. I think the keeper might have saved it, but don't quote me on it. That was a real opportunity for our first goal of the season. AAA was very, very close. Now we've let Gonzalez through again. It's a tight angle, but he's managed to find the passes again. Look at this. We're just so rubbish at tackling in the box. I think we might be getting relegated. I'm calling it now. I've gone from winning the league to relegation in one and a bit games. AAA foul. Send him off. Purev is going to take it. Come on, Purev. Far post it goes. Al-Shatli wins it, and Sawafta, 6'6", and he gets us a goal. So Al-Shati at the back. Sawafta wins the second header, and we are back in the game, but I'm still not holding out much hope the way this has gone so far. They only need a couple of chances, and they've got 2 goals, so we are not looking great defensively. In fact, the only contribution our defence has made to this season so far is in that 2 centre-backs heading the goals. AAA, we've just rattled the crossbar, and Jabla has let it go, but I think it's because AAA was offside. So at least we've got ourselves back in the game and got us a bit of interest in the match. If we'd have been 2-0 down for a long time, that would have been a real frustration for us. So Purev gives it to Khatib, sends AAA through. AAA, has he got the finish? Forces a save from the keeper, and the defence is there to mop up. Mansour wins a very poor header, but we did get the throw in at the end of it. Aquaman charging down the line, cuts inside. Tried to give it out to Mansour. It's a poor pass, and this team that could play so well last season seems to have just absolutely lost their ability to kick a ball. I mean, Mansour there, he's conceded a foul. He's got to get sent off already. We're 37 minutes into the game, and Mansour's got himself sent off. So Al-Un's coming on, and we're going to 2 players in defence, defensive midfieldish positions. This is over already, isn't it? The dream. We had a dream, and it's gone. So we've got to definitely reconsider our tactic now. Gonzalez charges through. I thought he was going to score himself, but I think he tried to pass it. If he didn't, that was a terrible shot. So Khaled plays the ball to Al-Shati. Al-Shati gives it to Sawafta. Sawafta plays it forward to Aquaman. Back to Khatib. Purev switches it out to Abu Jabla, who sends AAA through. And apparently there we're standing heavy pressure. I'm not convinced that they are, but we'll take that. We're down to 10 men and still playing some part in the game. So I'm not going to put any pressure on them. We're down to 10 men. You know, it is what it is now, this game. And the second half pointless highlight is not disappearing. Is it going to continue? Yes, it is. I think I'd be happy if we got a quick goal now and then had no more highlights for the rest of the match. That'd do me. Get a point from a game that seemed to be gone before half-time. Gambit plays a superb pass. Jabla, are you... Oh, what are you doing? Falling over the ball. That was a perfect pass for you. That looked like handball to me as well. So Aquaman's giving the ball away again. He is getting on my nerves today. AL-ARABI could be coming on sooner rather than later. I mean, the wide players have frustrated the life out of me. Come on, Callum. Roll it out. You got a player there, completely unmarked. Bet he didn't. I bet he booted it long. Right, we're an hour in. AL-ARABI's coming on. He needs to build his fitness up. So Aquaman is coming off because he's been rubbish. No flow. Can we even make another sub? Yeah. Oh, it's a red card. So the two wide players have been taken off because they were both doing rubbish. The left back's only lucky that I didn't have a left back to bring on. So they've got clean through again. Chip the keeper, 4-1. This is embarrassing. I mean, good goal from their point of view, I've got to say. The substitutions have now been made, but we'd already blown the game. So this is all about just giving them a little bit of a run out. Giving them an opportunity to try and get themselves a start in the side at the next game. Al-Oum crosses the ball. Purev's not there. No flow, is completely out of position for some reason. Not totally sure why. Jabla swings in across. AL-ARABI's at the far post and scores. And AL-ARABI has at least given us a little bit of a hint as to what we can expect in the rest of the season. It's a nice header. The keeper couldn't get his hand to it. And it's 4-2. Don't forget, we're down to 10 men, so we are expected to lose this from here. Al-Oum got a lot of space and didn't run into it. You're not going to get many opportunities like that. AL-ARABI also has the space and also doesn't run into it. Now, he's skinned his men, though. In fairness, not a bad effort, but you could have created something a lot simpler if you'd have passed it. So no flow wins the header there. Purev, pretty poor, gets dispossessed. His match stats have plummeted in the second half. And nobody's going to the player with the ball. It's not like you need to make a tackle or anything. Don't worry about it, defence. So we've conceded 9 goals in the first 2 games. We've got our best keeper out. Sorry about that. That caught me out. Allergic to losing. That's what it is. I mean, we have got to reconsider this now. We could be relegated before we've even thought about it at this rate. No flow. No desire. So Gamba, Al-Absi. Al-Absi plays a good ball to Purev. Purev tips it over the bar. It's funny, isn't it, how when you're the best team in the league, they play like the absolute Messi, and then when you become now the lesser team, the same players can't kick a ball. I think we can only blame the sending off really for how heavy that got, but it was a disappointing time. I mean, I thought I'd made a decent fist of the transfers, but we've managed to get battered in 2 games now. Look at that. That's saying -7. So we've conceded 9 goals in total in the first 2 games. So I think I'm going to change to our other tactic, which is a little bit more balanced anyway, but it's a 4-2-4. I think that guy needs to be an inside forward though. And yeah, Gambat will get replaced by somebody. So, and Aquaman's almost certainly going to be out and Al-Absi in. That's a definite. Al-Dayabat, assuming that we don't get any injuries, will be straight in. And that is the changes that are almost certainly going to be made for this next game. So after, we'll get another chance after his goal, even though we defensively have not looked great. When we played this tactic, we were favourites to get relegated and we won the league. So maybe this is a bit more of a thing. Look at that, Aquaman's now injured. To be fair, he was just getting taken out of the first team anyway, so it's not the end of the world. So Al-Ahli are our next team that we've got to take on. Hopefully we'll make a bit of a better fist of this one than the previous ones. And unless the chat livens up in the next 10 minutes, so this may be the last one that we do for today. Obviously, we're going to have to sort of consider our tactics if we lose this one. Just looking to see if there's any of these players who we need to get back in the first team, but I don't think there is. No, I think we play as we are. But what I might do is drop Aquaman out and see how we get on with that. Oh, Mansour's banned. So Al-Un can come in, and that frees up a slot for who do we put on? Al-Asari on the bench. So address the team. I want to win every match. This is no different. Perhaps I should have looked for jobs in the closed season more. I did have a little scout around when we got promoted, but my stock was nice and high then. I think it'll be crashing through the floor if we don't improve on these results. Diabat and Purev both getting on the pitch together. It'll be interesting to see how they combine together. Here we go. First highlight. Diabat, Khatib, Triple A. Triple A with a shot. The keeper, who looks like he's taken a knock, has collected the ball. And look at that. We've just let the ball go straight over our heads again. This is really winding me up now. What are you doing as a defence? You've got 6'6" guy just letting the ball go over his head. That is 3 goals that we've conceded direct from the keeper now. Tactics. What are we doing in terms of out of possession? So that's got to be sent down to a mid-block. Defensive line, at least drop back to standard. See if we can do a little bit better at not letting them in behind. I'm not disappointed, I'm just angry. Because we cannot keep conceding goals like that. It is pathetic. So where's my mate Purev with his cool haircut? Where are you? Purev? There he is, the little dude. I mean, look at that. Straight over the top again. I don't think they understand the instructions. So Khaled hasn't covered himself in glory as a goalkeeper. He's conceded 10 goals already in less than 3 games. Wow, that is shocking. No effort to win the ball, just letting them run with the ball. I'll kick the ball in the goal for him in a minute. Look at that, every ball goes straight over them. Well done, Purev. Wins the ball back. First good bit of work that I've seen anybody do in this match so far. AL-ARABI gives it to Al-ARABI. Good control. Charging forward with it. It's got two people in the middle. He's gone for goal himself from an impossible angle. That Abbasi does not look a very good keeper as well. And we're just not testing him. Hey, bad pass from them. Should be it for the half, I would imagine. I don't think we're going to get to see anything. Look at that. You've got two players in a lovely position to pass to. And you've gone and booted it down the pitch. Am I really saying that? Be more defensive. Defensive line lower. And we may be going much lower if they keep letting people get over the top of them. So you can see, because we've got the mid block, we're not going anywhere near them when they're in their own half. Which I'm not too concerned about, but we do need at some point to start creating chances and scoring goals ourselves. Right, we're going attacking. This is the first game where we've not been out of it really by the hour mark. Can we at least get a point? That would be something. So Triple A's on a yellow card. Al-Un heads it out, but the ball is coming straight back at us. Good from the wide players there. Diabat's all on his own. He's got about 5 people to deal with. And he sends the ball wide, but it's not his fault. He had nobody supporting him at all. So, what can we do? Nothing while that tactic's been enforced. Al-Absi's been shocking. Look at that, he's on a 6. Triple A finds Al-Absi. Come on, mate, get something, get an assist. He does. He's absolutely gone and done it. And the player on the opposite side, Triple A, who was also having a bad game, has gone and slotted it home. And we could win this game. I'm calling it now. We're going to win. We're staying attacking. We're not giving up. We need the win here. We're away from home. This could be madness. But Al-Absi with the goal. We are back in the game. I think we're going to see that as the end of the game. We didn't make any subs, which is possibly a mistake, but we got a point. And that's one thing that we can say. Hey, I don't know if you heard, by the way, that shouts are coming back very soon, apparently. So all that anger and frustration that I've just been aiming at a TV, I'll be able to aim at the players in the next few weeks or so. So we've rescued a draw, and maybe that is the first signs that we can actually do something in this league. We are going to have to lower the line of defence. That is the obvious tactical change that we are seeing. We'll drop to a mid block like we did in the last game. And defensive, we'll go to a lower line of defence. Uh, don't think we want to counter press anymore as well. We'll not step up more because that is a bad idea when you're on a lower line of defence. But we've got trigger press much more, so they will still go and press the players. Yeah, I think we'll just roll with them changes and see how that goes. So against a mid-table team, I would like to think we could get a win. It's a home game, but this is going to be a last game for definite. I said the last one might be, but this one's definitely going to be a last game. I just want to, while the iron's hot, I want to see if we can get that first win, because it'd be a shame to go um, the whole stream and not win a single game. I know we won a friendly, but that doesn't count. But we went through and signed a few players, and then we've had two absolute maulings, a much better third game, but we got a draw at the end of it, but still we weren't convincing. So we've lost the match. Well, I said a match winner. The man who saved us with his tapping goal. Triple A has been injured and won't be back for the match. So it's a choice of Aquaman or No Flow, I suppose, for that position. I think we'll give No Flow a go. Aquaman's been a bit disappointing. We should. What have I done? It's number 3, isn't it? Oh, I made the changes to the wrong tactic. No, I didn't. That's the one that we were on. So Sukon's still injured, so we can't bring him up. And Yassine's still injured. And No Flow will bring on for Triple A. And that is all we need to do, I suppose. Yeah, it's trying to warn me about players lacking match fitness. So my hope for this game is that we can give ourselves a victory, but I've got to recognise now that this league is obviously clearly a huge jump from the league below. I mean, we went up with a team that was not expected to do very well in that league, and so it's probably a massive step for us to go into this league. I didn't realise how big a step it would be, because when we played the one team we've played from a higher division, it was the team who was top of the league at the time, and we beat them. So I thought maybe it's not that big a jump, and we actually dominated the game, if I remember correctly, as well. So Al-Khatib swings the ball out to Al-ARABI. Good control, good cross, no flow. And there's a great goal. No flow's got it. His first opportunity, really, of the season. He got about 10 minutes in the first game. But Al-ARABI, good control. A little bit of suspicion of handball, but he crosses the ball. No flow was level. 1-0. And I would say that the lower line of defence so far, we implemented it within the first 10 minutes of the last game, and we haven't conceded a goal yet since then. So that, alongside having two players in the attacking midfield centre roles, does seem to have quelled a little bit of the risk that we have in this game. Even if the two players in the centre mids have not yet really shown anything. Al-Diabok gets a chance but loses out. He looks like he's got more work ethic in him than Purev, that's for sure. No flow will chase that, but it was too far ahead of him. Back comes Mustafa. So the ball is coming back to us many a time. Gone across to the far. Nice little finish from Mohamed Nafish. A little bit annoying that he was so unmarked, but I mean, if you look at our right back there, I suppose he's trying to cover this guy as well. So it's probably not totally his fault. We were outnumbered. But I still think we could pull something out of this game. It's been a good performance so far. That was a good first half. Keep it up. Be encouraging to them. So Wafter's got a good score at the back so far, 7.2. Hopefully he can keep that up. Khaled got two players stood right next to him, nobody pressing him, and he kicks it long. What are the instructions for these goalkeepers? If that had gone in, I'd have blamed Khaled for that. Instructions. Out of possession. Goalkeeper distribution. What? No, oh, sorry, that's not the right thing. It's in possession, isn't it? Distribute to centre-backs. Let's try distribute to full-backs, see if he actually cooperates with that one. Check for energy levels. Some of these guys will be quite tired now. Al-ARABI's had a good game. Got his assist, but he looks absolutely shattered. Al-Khatib is very tired, so we'll bring Gamba on for him. And our right back looks shattered, but I don't think we've got another right back because we've just used him for Al-ARABI. AAA is there. Rawabda is there, so we'll take Shatty off and put Rawabda on alongside Swafter. "15 minutes to either find a winner or a loser." AL-ARABI tries to take a swing at the player there. Thankfully, they've missed the chance. They're making a sub as well, but we're making 3. So that's us being more proactive than them. So Al-Rashi is going for the long ball forward. We lost the header and our players are high. Why were they high up? You're on a mid-block and a low line of defence. What was going on there? That is absolutely disgraceful. Can't follow tactics at all. So we're going attacking. Try and rescue another game. Oh, come on, guys. You're just letting them walk through you. So we shouldn't have lost that. I'm not giving him a praise for that like he suggested. So it's 25 days till the next game, which is a cup game. I'm knackered, so I'm ready for bed. We've got to call it there. We are bottom of the league, I think. If we're not, we should be. We deserve to be. How do we look? JPD. So we're not bottom of the league because why? That doesn't make sense. I think we're bottom of the league, even though that doesn't say we are. So unless goal difference doesn't count in the rules. Well, that's a bit weird. But either way, we are bottom of the league, in my opinion. We need to improve drastically. I think we'll beat Matan. I think that's a team we will be better than. Hopefully, Al-Bakara as well. If we can be better than them two, then I think we stand a chance of survival. But that's realistically where the game is going to be won or lost, is when we play these teams. Both of them at the moment have a game in hand over me, which is not good. We could do with playing them soon and getting a win on the board before we get too despondent as a team. I'd like to thank those if you're watching now, if you've popped on the stream at any point during the stream, I really appreciate it. If you've hit the follow, there was at least one person followed me today, which was Kuyempel. Thank you so much for that, and I'm very happy that you've done that as well. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. It's not been an enjoyable experience for me today. We've been run through the mill in some of the games that we've played today. But it's early days in the season. Hopefully we can pull something back very soon. We're probably not going to change to a completely new tactic, but we might change the tactic we've got a little bit to be a little bit more defensive and counter-attacking, because we're clearly an underdog in this league. I didn't realise how much of an underdog we would be. But you live and learn. Hopefully we've got enough in us to stay up. That's the biggest challenge for us. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.